What's up, YouTube? Time for a Stay of the Shack. It is now mid-December. My birthday last weekend. Christmas is in a week and a half or 2 weeks, I think. Got a lot to cover today, real quick. And let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to stand up. Yes, we're still on selfie cam because I'm too broke and I don't really feel like spending the money on a new phone right now because this one still works. Hadn't died yet. Alright, let's see. So I gotta do the old, see what I'm looking at the same time. Got this cool, big giant monster air compressor. Co-worker's dad gave it to us to meddle with and sell if we want to. Clean carburetor, runs perfect. Thing is a beast. It's old school 2-stage compressor, 11 horsepower motor. That is a 1/2 inch or a 3/4 inch air hose over there, made to run one of those big Thugga guns for 18 wheelers, and a regular old 1/4 inch air line over here. I had the thing idling earlier. I was filling up the tires on the Rhino and it was still building pressure. So that thing puts out some air, and that was at idle. I can't even imagine how much it puts out when you rep it up to 11. I used that thing to haul it in here to get it off the back of my truck. Speaking of, I have a small block Chevy V8 in the back of my truck because I'm changing my brother's engine out because he ran it without oil. Got new shoes for the Rhino. That was my birthday present this year. Well, birthday and Christmas. So, new tires that hopefully don't leak. I mean, not these tires, they're wore out. I mean, there's almost treads barely there. They're terrible off-road. They're so dry rotted and cracked they won't hold air. Like, I filled this tire up earlier today, and so I'm halfway flat now. That is the only tire that doesn't leak. This one I filled up earlier, it's flat, so. Specifically these tires are not name brand. They are Million Parts. That's the name brand, Million Part. 6-ply rating, 7 PSI. They are 26 by 9 by 12s, and the back ones are 26 by 11 by 12s. Only problem I might have is I might end up having to put spacers on the front, maybe the back too, because these, I think, are, what are they? No, they're 9s as well, but they almost rub the tie rod. Like, there's literally a credit card between the tie rod and the sidewall of the tire. Actually, I think in a few spots it even rubbed. Oh, lovely, that one came off the bead. See that? Isn't that nice? No, there's no rub that you can see, but when I first put them on here, they did rub a little bit until I got them inflated properly. So I worry that these might do the same. They might not once I inflate them, I don't know. Because like I can tell out of the two, this one has not been inflated before. As you can see, it is still square. This one looks taller and it's rounded. It's been inflated before, but there's no marks on the rim from like where it got inflated. Moving on, the desks are basically clean. There's the tripod I'm not using because I'm lazy. Cleaned up the toolbox, added another toolbox because I'm running out of storage. Cleaned up back here a bit, and yeah, still got the little lawnmower back here. I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put that. Oh yeah, big world-changing news. I finally got the title for my motorcycle. This is not the title, this is the completely silver-fished owner's manual. But I did finally get the title for my motorcycle. So this coming year, I'm gonna have videos on motorcycle repair and riding. I'll probably be one of those guys that, you know, complains about everybody on the road with the camera right here on my helmet, complaining about how bad everyone drives. But don't worry, I'm not going to be doing wheelies. I'm going cruising. Yeah, that's about it though. I might shoot some video, maybe. I'll probably shoot a video or two, or maybe something about that 350 I'm putting in my brother's truck. Long and short of that story is my brother bought a used Suburban, 150,000 miles on it, from Illinois, I think it was. It was somewhere up north. We live in Louisiana. It's like 800 miles away or something ridiculous. When he bought it, the oil was dark, needed to be changed. Get out of the light here. Oil was dark, needed to be changed. I told him, you need to get the oil changed. Oh, I'll get to it. Well, like a month or two after he got the truck, the transmission blew up. He was trying to go up an overpass and got excited, and there went the transmission up in smoke. So $2,000 later, he got the transmission rebuilt. I said, Daniel, you ever got your oil changed yet? He said, nah. I said, go get your oil changed. That oil's old. Oh, yeah. I was like, you drive past Jiffy Lube twice a day, to and from work. Go get your oil changed. So he comes home from work at like 10:30 at night one night. You want to come look at my truck? It's making a weird noise. Yeah, I'll go look. What's going on? Go out there and it's making a noise. I'm like, is that belt squeal? I was like, I don't know. Pop the hood. It's like unbearably hot under there. You know, normally under a hood it's hot. But it's like you had to back up. It's like barbecue grill hot. I'm like, smelling oil too. I'm like, man, what's going on with this thing? So I go and look under the dashboard. Oil lights on, no oil pressure. I was like, Daniel, so how long it been like this? Oh, that comes and goes. What do you mean it comes and goes? It's an oil light. Well, I don't know what that means. It's like, that means you ain't got no oil. So go out there, pull the dipstick, dry. Nothing there. Engine's basically melting itself together at this point. And pull the dipstick out, and there's smoke coming out the hole. Pull the valve cover cap so I can add oil to it to keep it from seizing. Smoke coming out of that, so had airplane. So I had 2 quarts of 30 weight at the house for the lawnmowers and stuff. So I dumped that in there. That just barely touched the dipstick, 2 quarts. So this thing was like unbelievably low. So left the thing idling out in the street because it was still squealing away, still knocking bad. So I was like, you shut this off now, it's going to seize, it ain't going to unseize. So we ran over to Wally World because it's the only thing that's open at 11 o'clock at night. Picked up a gallon of diesel truck oil, which is like 50 weight oil, dumped it in there. Well, you know, not all of it, like half of it, so like 3 quarts or something. Up until it was just over the full mark. And you pull the dipstick, nothing but glitter. So the engine, the bearings are completely shot in it. Knocking did go away with that diesel truck oil though. But we shut it off, and the truck shook when it shut off. So it seized right then. Went to turn it over, barely spun. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Next morning I got up, it spun over, it knocked a little bit, and then it got quiet once oil pressure came up. That heavyweight oil in there, it's got 40 pounds of oil pressure, but you get pretty good load on it, it starts knocking again. So motor's shot. So yesterday I was going to film a video, but I was just too busy. I went to a junkyard, pull apart, and got another engine for him out of a truck that last ran in November apparently, because that was the last McDonald's receipt in the back seat. But basically the way it works is you got to pay for every single thing you bring out of there. So I got the block and the heads, and that's it. So I got to switch over his water pump, intake manifold, alternator. I did get the alternator bracket, spark plugs, knock sensors, whatever, everything. Oil pressure sensors. Everything got to be switched over to the new one. And the truck it came off of was 2-wheel drive. It wasn't that bad to work on. His truck is 4-wheel drive, which means not only you have the heavy transmission to deal with, you have the transfer case to deal with, and you have the front diff underneath the engine, which means you can't get to anything. So yeah, it's going to be all kinds of fun. Still not looking at it. I don't know what I'm looking at. But yeah, that's about it. You like these videos and you're one of the 15 people that watch it, give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, see you later.